Hello everyone, my name is Aishwarya. I am a CLAT aspirant currently preparing for CLAT entrance exam and welcome to my first ever video. I am so happy to publish this video guys. Trust me, awesome contents are on the way. Without any further delay, let's move on into the video. And before starting the video, let me start it with a proverb: judge less, work more. Okay, in this I am going to cover the most important events which arises on the timeline of 1600 to 1853. Note it down guys, 1600 to 1853. And timeline which I covered from 1600 to 1853 is very important event guys. Don't miss it, which can be asked in any competitive exam. Okay, let's start. We all know that our country was ruled by British some thousands and thousands years ago, right? And British came to India in 1600. Note it down, guys. British came to India in 1600 as traders. They came to India as traders. They start their trading activities in India, across India, and it's went smooth. But in 1608, note it down guys, in 1608, Jahangir Mughal Emperor, we all are learned about it. Jahangir Mughal Emperor gave access to keep trading post in Surat, and Surat is situated in western coast of India. He gave trading access to the British. After getting trading access in India, they run down their trading activity very smoothly and cleverly. After that, in the year of 1765, Battle of Buxar arises. In the year 1765, the British defeated the Mughals. It is known as Battle of Buxar. Okay, it's also an important timeline, guys. Note it down. Battle of Buxar arises in the year 1765. During that time, British was led by Robert Clive. Robert Clive Robert Clive was the head of that entire clan, and after the defeat of those Mughals, Shah Alam II awarded the Diwani rights to Robert Clive. Shah Alam II awarded the Diwani rights to Robert Clive. Here's a problem arises. After that, they opened many forts across India. And the first fort which I opened in Bombay, it's known as Presidency of Bombay, um, which is constructed in the year of 1668. And Bombay's first governor is Abraham Shipman. He is the first governor of Bombay. Okay, and the next is they built a fort called Fort Williams in Calcutta. It's commonly known as Presidency of Calcutta, which was established in 1680. During that period, William Hedges was the president of that Calcutta court. And um, and first governor of Bengal is Robert Clive. Yeah, he is the one who led who defeated the Mughals in the Battle of Buxar. He is the governor of Bengal in 1680. Okay, note it down. See, in some thousands and thousands years ago, every city has its own governor. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Every city has its own governor. After that, in 1684, Presidency of Madras has opened. It's commonly known as Fort St. George. It was constructed in the year 1684. Its first president was William Gifford. William Gifford is the first president of that fort, and governor of Madras is George Macartney. George Macartney is the first governor of Madras. It's very very important, guys. Note it. George Macartney is the first governor of Madras. Okay, this was the overview. I think you understood. After that is the British colonial administration divided into two periods. Okay, we are dividing the British colonial administration into two periods. They are ruled by East India Company from 1765 to 1857. Ruled by East India Company. And the next is ruled by British Crown from 1858 to 1947. Ruled by British Crown. We are dividing into two. Okay. And after that, several acts were came into force to build a strong foundation. Yeah, we need act. We need act for justice and for regulating the business and many more. The most important one is the regulating act. These act were came during the British period. Okay, mind it, during the British period this act were came. It's very very important act, please note it down. The first is Regulating Act 1773. Regulating Act, very very important act. It came in 1773. In this act, as I already said, every city has its own governor, right? Every city has its own governor. In this act, governors are promoted as Governor General. Governors are promoted as Governor General. Okay, in Regulating Act 1773, it's nothing but governors are promoted as Governor General. Specifically, Bengal's governor is promoted as Governor General of Bengal. Okay, he is the first one to get promoted as Governor General of Bengal. The first Governor General of Bengal is Lord Warren Hastings. Lord Warren Hastings is the first Governor General of Bengal. And first Governor of Bengal is Robert Clive. Governor General of Bengal is Warren Hastings. Mind it, guys. Note it down. It's very very important one. You have to know the difference between Governor and Governor General. Okay. This was the main thing that has happened in the Regulating Act 1773. After that, we are going to see about Pitt's India Act. Pitt's India Act, which have happened in 1784, and the main motto is the British have possessed all the private lands from India and make it as public sector. And company territories in India are called as British possession in India. They make everything public. If you have anything, if you trade anything, if you trade any cotton, if you trade any rice, wheat, anything, it's illegal. If you trade it as private, it is illegal. So this was the thing that had happened in Pitt's India Act 1784. Nothing should be traded private. Everything should be in public. Okay. Next we are going to see about Charter Act 1833. Charter Act 1833. This was also a very 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 important act which one should know, and we have already seen that every city has its own governor. In Charter Act of 1830, there was only one Governor General of India. There was only one governor for the entire India, which has happened in the Charter Act of 1833. Note it down, guys. It's very very important. The Governor General of Bengal was designated as Governor General of India. Okay, the first Governor General of British India was William Bentinck. William Bentinck is the first Governor General of British India. We should know the difference between British India and India. Okay, first Governor General of British India was William Bentinck, and thereby all other governors are subordinate to him. This was the main cause that had happened in Charter Act of 1833, and the next we are going to see about Charter Act of 1853. Okay, in this act, Lord Macaulay, we are going to see about Lord Macaulay. Lord Macaulay Committee was set up open competitive recruitment for Indians, not only for Indians, including Indians. That means it's for British also. Okay, open competitive recruitment on civil service. They have conducted this exam for all the people who are in India. Recruitment process is the common recruitment process which was first introduced in 1854. This was the main one. Civil service exams are firstly conducted by Lord Macaulay Committee. Clear with this? After that, we are moving to First War of Independence. First War of Independence arises in the year of 1857. In the year of 1857, Sepai Mutiny took place at Meerut. Sepai Mutiny took place at Meerut. The mutiny is commonly known as First War of Independence. Okay. After this mutiny take place, British understood that India can be better managed. India can be better managed to avoid those rebellions, to avoid those wars. So they took over entire powers, political, military, civil, commerce. They took entire power from East India Company. Okay, they possess everything. They possess the military, political, civil, commerce. They possess every powers from East India Company under the Act of Good Government of India Act 1858. They possess everything from East India Company. Who possessed? British. The British possessed everything from the East India Company in the year of 1858 through the act called Good Government of India 1858. Okay. And the salient features of this act was the Governor General of India. Who is the first Governor General of India? It was William Bentinck. The Governor General of India was renamed as Viceroy. Okay, it was a main thing. The Governor General of India was renamed as Viceroy, and Lord Canning was the first Viceroy of India. Lord Canning was the first Viceroy of India, and the most important thing which happened during this possession is it ended the system of diarchy, double government. It ended the double government system. Okay guys, I have ended the video. Guys, I hope you like this video very much, at least much you like this video. And if you have any queries, please comment in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this video. Have a nice day. Bye.